Hello, Oli. Yes, indeed, we are in Limpopo province this afternoon. In fact, we are in Moloko village. This is the ancestral home of Charlotte Maxeke, one of the women, we are told, who were there when the African National Congress was founded in 1912. And she is also the first black South African woman to obtain a university degree, a BSc degree from one of the American universities. So coming back to your question, Oli, currently in this province, according to Ngaruma Data, who is the provincial electoral officer of the IEC, we have about 2.6 million Limpopo people who are eligible to vote. Now, interestingly, she told us that according to Statistics South Africa, there are just over 3 million eligible voters in this province. But as you said in your introduction, there about 600 of them are not going to vote, although they are eligible, and this is because they have not registered with the IEC. Now, this is just an increase of just over 100,000 people, according to the IEC. As I said, 2.6 million registered this year, compared to the 2.5 million who were registered with the IEC in the 2014 general elections. And of course, we saw that the ANC won in this province in 2014 with about 1.2 million votes, followed by the Economic Freedom Fighters with about 155,000 votes. So you can see the gap, and the DA following with just 100,000 votes. So yes, the IEC said that they did their best in this year as a voter campaign weekend to encourage people to come out and vote. But they are saying that they have a problem wherein young people between the ages of 18 and 19 are generally not interested in coming out to register and vote. Oli?
Now, Moloko, of course, there are many issues that the people of Limpopo have grappled with over the years, whether it be the incomplete Giyani water project or the VBS issue, huge disappointment there in as far as the delivery of services to people, or whether it be the Vuani matter over the demarcation issues. Talk to us about what issues are people stating perhaps will affect them possibly going to vote or possibly withholding their vote.
Well, there are certainly issues that the voters will be grappling with. You pointed out the issue of VBS. It is a very serious issue, not only in the Bembe district in Thohoyandou, where the bank was located, but across the province it is becoming a talking point. For instance, we are seeing some of the candidates on the ANC list, the deputy chairperson of the African National Congress in this province, Florence Radzilane, who was the executive mayor of Bembe district. She resigned, you will remember, when the VBS scandal emerged. She is actually number 7 on the list. Remember, the provincial legislature has about 49 seats. So you can say that she is almost guaranteed that she will go to the legislature to represent the ANC. There are some people who believe that she must be the first woman premier in this province. It's an issue that's been debated. Also, we don't know whether the ANC National Executive Committee will give her the go-ahead to or appoint her as the premier candidate. Issues of Vuani, for instance, where we are going when we leave this village of Moloko, that's where we saw in some voting stations actually in 2016 where there was a 0% turnout. So there are in several voting stations where people, because they were unhappy with the decision to incorporate their area into the newly established municipality of Collins Chabane, they decided not to vote. Now, of course, we are told that there are challenges there. division. Some people saying they want to vote, others still holding on to that initial position that they don't want to vote. We'll hear from them later today. But let me also tell you, Xoli, that as you know, in this country, there's about 48 political parties that will be contesting the elections nationally. It's a record number. Now, in this province alone, in 2018, there were 18 in 2014 elections, there were 18 political parties. So now the number has increased from 18 to 34. So we are at the same level with the Western Cape. Both Limpopo and the Western Cape have 34 political parties that will be contesting these elections. They are trailing Gauteng at position number 1 with 36 parties that will be contesting. So while Limpopo province has one of the fewer voter population, I mean, if you compare it with Gauteng, which has about 5 to 6 million voters, and you compare them with Limpopo's 2.6, that's where you really realize that it seems that a lot of politicians in this province possibly believe that they can take advantage and also get votes and become leaders in this province. Of course, the decision lies with those who will be voting.
Yeah, they absolutely spoiled for choice. That's our man on the ground in Limpopo, Moloko Moloto. Our reporters, you'll remember, are fanning out throughout the provinces ahead of this important election. Let's